when it comes to Europe now. They're not just staying when it comes to the Asia countries. They're going away and expanding that talent. And that's the one thing we were talking about when it comes to eFIBA seasons, is that can you go against talented individuals so you can become better, because iron sharpens iron.
Oh, absolutely. And it's going to be interesting to see who goes ahead and comes out on top. You know, the offensive power of Klou is great, but does France have something for him on the defensive side of things? Because remember, back in the day when it was Sweden, you had Warnocks there to go ahead and play on the defensive side, to go ahead and lock things down. Who is going to be able to step up for France here this morning?
Now, France has some great players there. You know, Destiny can be a scorer, but also can be a nice lock, but it's iClaw. The defense from him has to show out. When you're a lock, you got to keep everyone in front of you. You got to make sure you're boxing out. Make sure you get rebounds. Now, you can start passing from the inside out, but you have to make sure that you're stopping that opposite scorer from doing anything. Make sure you're crabbing them. Make sure you're staying close to them. Trying not to foul, only when you have those transitions to stop the momentum, but you got to be smart with every single play.
And, of course, with him being a lock on that side of things, he also goes ahead and contributes with about 6.3 points per game. Rebounds, goes ahead and chirps in with a couple of them as well. Then on the other side, you've got Destiny, who goes ahead as a defensive anchor. You really want to talk about locks, you want to talk about defensive side of things? 3.3 steals per game, the best on the team. So if you want those extra possessions, if you want those extra opportunities, that's the man that's going to get it to you. Then against Hungary, he went ahead and had 26 points, 11 assists, 10 boards, a true triple-double. Almost had a quadruple-double. He had 6 steals in that game, so he can definitely be efficient on the defensive side of things.
When you talk about defensive, and I love those stats, I got to admit, you did an amazing job breaking down this team, man. Like, look, this is how you're professional. That's what I love about you.
I appreciate it. You know, we were up, we were having a good time, but no, it's been great to just see these individuals play online, to see what they've been able to accomplish, see some of the patterns that these teams have. But again, all of that kind of goes out the window. Now it's just about what can you do here. Because you start off 0-0. Nobody's got no
how to
off 0-0. Nobody's got no
how to score 16 and 16 in both grand finals against Indonesia, which was sick. 41% from 3, which if you know about three-pointers in any kind of basketball, above 40, that's 1 out of 4 is going down, is a high clip. That's a high percentage. If you put your hand up, he's going to say, so what? And definitely drop it down the cup. And he barely turns it over. We got to talk about turnovers, ladies and gentlemen, and my gamers and ballers, because when you get turnovers, that can cost you the game.
And especially when he gets an easy fast break transition bucket. But look, because in 2K, people aren't just going for like the easy dunk when they were getting a steal. They're trying to go ahead and stop, drop, pop a 3 and extend the lead in that regard. So that's something to keep an eye on when he get those. It's always great when a point guard has a lot of assists. But it's like, okay, cool. How many turnovers do you have? What is the assist to turnover ratio? That's something to keep an eye on throughout the tournament as well, because yes, we love the rebounds, we love the second chance opportunities, we love the additional buckets when you go ahead and get the steal, but you got to go ahead and make sure you don't shoot yourself in the foot.
Yeah, make sure you shoot yourself in the foot. But again, we got to talk about all the other games that they've been playing throughout this entire season. I mean, as we talked about, Indonesia was their #1 competitor, but even Mongolia went back and forth with them. I mean, they really have some talent out there, but it's the Indonesians that gave them the most trouble. Now, with Philippines playing against someone like France, and again, I can't wait to see this, because we've been waiting this for years. Every time we get to the eFIBA World Finals, they're just right there. They're almost about to play them, and they never can. And now this is going to be the deciding factor. Who is the true top dog when it comes to NBA 2K around the world?
Let's talk about what you just said. You said the Philippines had their toughest opponent, which was Indonesia.
Yep.
But even against their toughest opponent in that region, they went ahead and swept them in the grand finals. That shows how dominant the Philippines are. You also have, you know, certain individuals that went ahead and dropped. Carlos that want to drop 36 and 27 in the grand finals as well. So a lot of individuals to be your #1 and #2 option. So yes, can you go ahead and stop Klou? Great. What about Miguel Carlo?
Ooh.
Do you have somebody to go ahead and stop him?
I mean, they have a lot of talent to do that, and you know what they're going to do? They're going to use iClaw. iClaw is going to put the clamp on to make sure there's going to rotate back and forth. And that's what I love about this team is that they also work together. Both squads, actually, when it comes to France and Philippines, are a community. There's no one that really plays hero ball, and shout out to my Knicks, okay? Knicks in 5. Jalen Brunson, he plays hero ball, but when you start using a lot of your components, which again, we're going to shout out to more Filipinos. Another great player. What's his name? Jordan Clarkson, one of the top Filipino players ever to play the game when it comes to the NBA. That's how they got to play.
And let's not forget about Destiny on the France side as well. A defensive anchor, 3.3 steals per game, as we mentioned, tops it. He can go ahead and get the boards or rebounds, a triple-double. He's had in the past. Can he go ahead and do it here in person? You see them doing their pregame rituals, saying some prayers, going through their mindset to have a clear-headed head when you go ahead and shape up things here.
Yep, indeed. Now, we're going to talk about France' road to get here as well. And again, shout out to Europe. I mean, we had amazing squads from all over. About 19 countries competed with eFIBA Season 4. Croatia gave them a little bit of trouble. 88-82. What? Are you kidding me? How did you lose to Croatia? Again, they're ready for boats and they're ready to fly. And we're about to load up. Again, look at the talent power rankers in their respectable regions. Philippines were number 1. France was number 2, okay, which comes to the power rankings. However, in the region placement, both of them were number 1. Now it's top dog versus top dog.
And that's something to go ahead and talk about, right? Is that these teams, these nations, the Philippines and France, were number 1 in their respective regions, which is why they are here. But how do you go ahead and compete against the world? Because this is no longer the regional finals. This is the world finals, and this is the first game that's going to go ahead and be played. And different types of styles. I remember back in the day, you had the U.S. I loved the pick and roll. They loved the inside big. But Europe would love a pick and pop. They would love to have their center go ahead and shoot. So there's also different styles of 2K that come into play. We'll see how they go ahead and match up against each other.
And they're going to match up pretty beautifully, and I can't wait for the talent. Again, been waiting to go. Now we're going to talk about this. Both squads have enough homework on each other as well. Unlike certain teams that are here for the first time, they didn't play as much. Again, Qatar hasn't played as much. It's hard to get homework on them. Even with Dominican Republic once or twice. With them, they've been playing for years. They are repeat comers to eFIBA Season 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there's a lot of games that different squads can study from.
And someone we haven't just talked about enough is Mamba out on the French side as well. He went ahead and had 11 double-doubles, and he had 2 triple-doubles as well, which is the most on the team. So you want to talk about an impactful player to keep an eye on? There's so many of them. That's definitely one to keep an eye on for sure.
Man, but with ex-Mamba out being the center, and you told me that you're a center guy, because I remember when you did your rankings that you want to be a big dude.
Yeah, well, listen, I tried to go pro, and I almost made it, right? I was too separated. I was too almost separated from being a professional. But yeah, the big man goes ahead and has so much impact on the game. Arguably the most important position in the game. Some may say point guard. I may agree with that. What about the second and third most important position?
Well, second important, I'm a shooting guard. What are you talking about, man? You need that shooting guard, bro. You need also that small forward.
You know, you got to go to protect the paint. So I'm gonna say center, lock. They're all important.
Yep, they're all important indeed. But then back when it comes to the Philippines, and then we're going to talk about a guy, when I first was messing with him, it was great. J-Mac, I love you too, bro. 10 points a game, 4.5 rebounds, and 4 assists, and has the team high and what? Steals. Cookie monster. Can I get a side of milk? Yes, indeed. He's going to be ready to defend, and that's what we talk about. Defenders are going to be key. Perfect from 3 against Mongolia. 7 for 7, 21 points, and then again, barely turns it over.
And that's going to be key to kind of keep an eye on as well. When you go ahead and stop one person, the second, who's going to be able to stop him? That's a lot of points for a power forward as well. He goes ahead and gets the assist, and he goes ahead and gets the rebound. Somebody from the left side. What does he typically like to do? Does he like to go to this person? Does he like to go to that person? These are things that the coach goes ahead and helps us out.
All right, now without further ado, gamers and ballers, we are ready to get the first game of eFIBA Season 4 underway. It's going to be France versus Philippines in the main stage, and on the second stage, Turkey versus Dominican Republic. We're about about to load up, and I can't wait to go. Again, shukran to everyone watching. Make sure you're tuning in. Let me vote you in the poll. Again, this is eFIBA. You can go to eFIBA_official for a whole bunch of information. Also, eFIBA.basketball to get all the clues, all the things you need to know about every single team and every single player that you're going to watch today.
Just want to let you know, flipped. I'm just saying. Anyway.
Wait, what are you talking about? This is my right hand. This man doesn't know his, the schematics
There's
of camera.
There's a difference between mirrored and flipped. But we'll talk about that at dinner. I love the setup, by the way. We've got the 2 stations going on. You've got the gameplay ready to go as well. I mean, that secondary station, we're going to get a chance to give you exactly what's happening there. That trash, you're even closer there than center stage. So that's kind of really intimate right there.
All right, in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Philippines versus France, main stage. We got Don Preach on the top. Listen, and they're in the blue. And also in the white is France, and starting off with the dunk, and Philippines strikes first blood.
Nice go ahead and cut from the right side. Defense was asleep. Coming up back now is France. How are they going to go ahead and respond in the early possession? They go ahead and take a shot. Looked like the defender was going to get there, but no contest. He knocks down the 3.
That was smooth like French silk right there, just stroking the green, and that's how you get that bean. I just see a foul right here. Now, you just see everyone's just test each other. This is when you go one-on-one in any kind of matchup when you're boxing. Just a little bit of reach. Find your distance. Find what's going on. Again, first time playing against each other, but again, they've been waiting to go here. And also, make sure you go to eFIBA.basketball for more information about these squads.
You had a chance to go ahead and get it down low, but he took the contested shot possibly because he knew he had the rebound. Oh, it looked like it was going to be in, but we're going to need people to go ahead and show up on the defensive side of things as well. Still waiting for a steal to go ahead and occur. That one's going to be a shot missed there. Rebound secured by the French. There's the steal. Right on command, they go ahead and deliver. J-Mac over to Miguel Carlo from the right side. Oh, he wanted the cut. He got the cut. Defenders in the air. Passes it right back outside to Don Preach. Cuts it to the right side. Open shot. Money.
Everyone gets fed. That's a great thing about family in the Philippines. And as you can see, they're showing the talent with the red, white, and blue. And a little bit of yellow with that gold with that sun. Now, X-Sync's going on the right side, trying to get a little bit of ankle breaker, but that reaching foul. Hey, I learned this in first grade. Keep your hands to yourself.
You know, you try to go in and reach into the cookie jar, you might get punished. We are still outside the 2 minutes. Zinks. Oh, had that man on skates. Can he take advantage? No. Late shot release, misses it. 2-on-2 fast break opportunity. They get some help, and it's a slamma-jamma.
Oh, slamma-jamma right now. A good one going down the middle and seeing this open lane, turning for takeoff. I'm telling you, nothing in front of them. But let's see, this 4-point lead ain't nothing when it comes to France because they know how to revolt. They know how to come from behind it. But let's see if they're going to keep it going because Philippines have the momentum right now.
And here's another shot. Oh, and an and one. That's how you want to go in and start things off. Good morning. How do you do? A 3 from the left side. Knocks down the free throw. We're tied up at 9 apiece.
Allez bleu, allez bleu, allez bleu. The French is now awakened. Okay, both these behemoths are going at it. The Titans are going back and forth. Be wary. Make sure all the buildings are now on ground level because they're going to go crazy. Carnage is going to be ensued. Miguel Carlo, give and go to Don Preach. A little bit of finesse with the fillet.
You know the French wanted to go ahead and slap that one away with a block. They could not get it done. 2-point lead here for the Philippines. Zinks on the right side. Gets stuck. Got to need a bailout to go ahead and pass it. Ball's loose. But they go ahead and recover it. Mamba out, being the savior. Can Zinks go ahead and get him out there? Looks like he might have had a shot. Couple of hesitations. Open shot, can't connect. Early release. He slings it. Left side. Threes, please.
3-ball corner pocket. And then they're stop it, drop it, and locking it. 14-9 lead for the Pilipinas. Okay. Let's see what you got. 1:42 left in the first. If you're watching this for the first time, again, you got 4 quarters of 5 minutes. Let's see if they're going to go down to the wire. Don Preach, big fella, taking it up. Looking like Joel Embiid. All right, you got some handles with that big build and a foul. Oh, he almost got an ankle break. He thought he was going to get a charge. No, don't be flopping.
Got a block on that one. Retaining possession are the Philippines. J-Mac with the inbound. Gets it over to the left side. Don Preach, right elbow. Over to the right side now. Miguel Carlo trying to get some offensive sets going. Nothing there. Resets it back. Don Preach once again. Over to the right side. 3 seconds of work with spin move down to the left side. Did not take the shot. Oh, I don't even think he expected to get that pass.
Sometimes I'll say offense does win games, but defense will win championships, and that's what you got to do with this French team. They are a high-powering, scoring squad. Now you're letting them think. You're letting them run their sets. However, they got to be careful of everything. We got good slip and dip right there to the short corner, and France is doing great.
See, like nobody was there in that corner. They took advantage of it. Great job there finding the weakness in the defense in that specific set. Don Preach, Miguel Carlo on the right side, moving and grooving, trying to find some space. He goes ahead and takes it to the house.
Somebody get an ambulance because their ankles have been let back in their country. That was a great shake and bake, all right? Sometimes you're first and sometimes you're last. But again, he put on that gas. But you see France going on the right side. X-Zinks is that mirror, but then a cookies. Okay, Swiper all swiping. Clue going on the left side, and then a body bag. 18-11.
Great defense leads to easy offense there. They reached into the cookie jar and they found themselves a reward. And a quick foul here by the Philippines, and a smart one, as France was looking to take that easy open shot at the top of the key. Now they'll have a set play coming out from the right side. Mamba resets it back over to Zinks. Over from the left side, trying to set a pick. He's got the slip. Dot! Can't take advantage of it. Wide open. Late release. The Philippines up by 7. 3 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Don Preach on the top of the key. Looking to make a move. Got to go ahead and get it to somebody to reset over to the left side. Miguel Carlos looking for the easy rebound. Don Preach says, I got you. That's the foul. Philippines headed to the line.
Going to the line. Liking the beads right there. A lot of colors, But here's the thing. Let's see if you can make these free throws. 19-8. And again, in the bonus, you got to be careful. And it's only the first quarter. Look, with NBA 2K, if you score over 15 per quarter, you're doing time. Don Preach. Find Miguel Carlos. Once again, Lavio taking his time. Move your feet. You didn't lose your seat. But look at that great offensive board from Don Preach. He's gobbling them up. It's like hungry hippos. Going to the left side. On the top of the key, Don Preach again, keeping it nice and calm and collected with that right side. A little bit of dribbling, a little bit of butters in the hands. But almost get it, and then Lavio showing some love from that free throw line.
23 seconds of great defense is not enough. You got to play 20. And they did not do that there. The Philippines took advantage of it, but France goes ahead and comes back. Had a midi last time out. What can they do on this possession? Swings it to the right side. Dots it to the right. Destiny. Nothing there for him. 9 seconds to work with. Top of the key. Mamba out. Looking to reset it back over to Zinks. Look at the defense from the Philippines. Had a shot. Oh, that's the type of open shot you want to take advantage of. Knocks down the big three.
Magnifique heat. That's how you throw it behind the three. I see you, Frenchman. But Miguel Carlo, let's see. Heart can beat talent all the time, but let's see if they got that heart in them. Miguel Carlo giving that little shuttle pass to J-Mac with the attack from behind the arc, hitting his mark.
Anything you can do, I can do better. The Philippines respond back with the 3 of their own. The French down by 11 is nothing in the game of NBA 2K. Plenty of time. 13 minutes of basketball left. You got to knock that one down. Big rebound by Mamba. Foul from the Philippines.
Big man going to get them boards every time he's going to try to score, but that time was a smart foul from the Philippines, making sure there's no easy twos, and you got some fouls to give on 2 people, unable to knock it down. Again, X-Mamba out, another offensive board. This man is crashing.
We talked about the extra possessions, the second chance opportunities. That's what's going to help France come back in this game. Again, plenty of time, but the offensive rebounds mean nothing if you can't get bucked. Oh my goodness, he blocks that one out of the sky. Don Preach, let him know.
That sent it back like Manila traffic, okay? What the 5 fingers say to the ball? Smack! And then another dunk. A slammer jammer from the Philippines, making it 29-16.
The points off turnovers have been huge here for the Philippines. Oh, there you go. Okay, listen. I don't know how many open shots the French have missed, but they're getting mistakes, and the Philippines are saying, I got you. Let me show you how to knock it down. And if you go ahead and look at them, they're talking trash. They're saying, welcome to Qatar. We run this place.
This is that big dog energy we want in Doha, Qatar. 10 toes down.
Mang inasal pork barbecue.
Dapat with rice. Soaked sa smoky sweet. Ulam
And the Philippines are saying, I got you. Let me show you how to knock it down. And if you go ahead and look at them, they're talking trash. They're saying, welcome to Qatar. We run this place.
This is that big dog energy we want in Doha, Qatar. 10 toes down. They're finding their way all the way to get that crown. But again, it's only the first game, India. We got more to play.
And we surely do. Doubled up the score of the French or the Philippines. Zinks goes ahead and gets fouled. Coming back on the inbound. 2 minutes left to go before we hit halftime. You talked about 15 points being scored in a quarter is what's good. The French have barely scored 16. You just got to get points. You just got to make sure every possession counts and get you something. Do we see a second and one? We do not. Miguel Carlo gets fouled, and he's headed to the line.
Now, this hole that French is digging is getting deep, and sometimes you don't have a ladder to get out of it. However, they're going to learn from this, right? It's a learning opportunity, but the first time you're playing against this well-oiled Filipino team. They have been working out. They have been putting in the time, and now you're showing it right here in eFIBA Season 4.
The timing has been a little bit off for the French, but they've got a whole half and then some to figure out. Dot to the right side. The Philippines. 1, 2, 3. Knocks down the three.
Man, he's being calibrated like Mega Man, picking up the right weapon, and I'm telling you, that corner has been deadly, and that's how you're going to break apart this French team. But again, defense is absolutely ironclad. The clamps are there. They're putting the handcuffs. They're locking him up. As you see Miguel Carlo going down left side, getting 3 defenders. Now someone is open. As you see, pushing all the way to the right side, a little bit of late. Could not capitalize on that play.
Thought he was going to go ahead and pass it out. That's another missed shot by the French. Coming over from the left side, J-Mac moves it over to the right side. Looking to reset it back over up top to Don Preach. Over to the right now to Miguel Carlo. Cut from the right side. J-Mac, nothing there. Kicks it back outside. From the left, looking to make something happen. Looking for a pick. The pick and pop. No, and he missed it. Nobody was at the rim to contest. He just missed it himself. Dots it over to the left side. France, Mamba out, looking to get some points. 8 seconds left in the half. That one's denied. Blocked one more time. That's going to go out of bounds. 3.8 seconds left. France with the ball.
Hey, you know what? If I was the coach, you're subbing now. I better see bodies hitting the floor. You got to be diving for them loose balls. We don't give nothing. We don't give an inch. We don't give a mile. But as you can see, the French are trying to respond, and going into the half, a commanding lead from the Pilipinas. As you can see, dominating on the boards, dominating and scoring, and the defense has been pristine.
The biggest difference in this matchup between these two teams is that the French have not been able to make their open shots, and the Philippines have been able to. That's the biggest thing between these two teams. But look, we got a whole half left.
Yep.
If the Philippines can outbeat you this much in the first half, then you as the French can go ahead and come back and do the same thing to them. So there's plenty of adjustments to be made, and that's what we'll see as we start here the third quarter.
And also, this is an amazing matchup, but also an amazing community, also an amazing event, because this right here, you see with these replays, it's been sick. J-Mac has been destroying them from that corner. Again, if it's not broke, don't fix it. X-Zink's trying to do some things, but going to side, and now we're going right into the third with 39, with 20 for 4:27 left in the third.
19-point deficit here for France to go ahead and claw themselves out of from the third quarter. From the right side, Zinks over to the left side. Xerox, no! He goes ahead and slams that one home. What a put-back bucket.
Also, the FIBA Basketball World Cup Qatar 2027 will be the first time an Arab country will be hosting the flagship World Basketball event. Don't miss out. Secure your spot by early registering now at tickets.worldcup.basketball for exclusive access to tickets and the latest event updates. And that's what eFIBA is about. We're going right into 2027 with that World Cup. I am so excited for it to be hosted here in Qatar.
Rumor has it that you're going to try to play for Team USA.
What, wait. I'm going to try to play Team USA?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I'm going to play Team Jamaica. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. Clean Jamaica. Anyway, right here, 41-22, almost a 20-point lead for the Filipinas are right there. But let's see if they're going to the left side. Mamba out, getting a little bit of calm again. And in the white will be French, and the blue is the Philippines. Now, it's so much talent. It's so much amazing. amazing just aura coming from both squads, but the Philippines are just so good.
And you got to find a way to go ahead and stop them. We'll see if the second half is a bit different than the first. There we go, knocking down the
is slowly getting back to about 16. If they get it by 10 before the fourth, they may have a chance.
Oh, absolutely. If you're able to go to deficit down to 10, you've got a chance to go ahead and win this one and pull off a comeback, no question about it. But you got to play defense. That ball was wide open at the bottom of the net.
All right, 18-point lead for Philippines. Going on that right side, X-Zinx, little bit of space, one-on-one. Seeing if find somebody here. Xerox again, he has to knock that down. Excellent, wide open distance, 23 feet behind that arc. Now again, you have to get a stop here if you're France.
See if they're able to. The Philippines, Miguel Carlo gets it over to Don Preach on the left side. 10 seconds to go. Thought he had an open shot, did not take advantage of it. Gets it down low in the paint. Defender in the air makes them pay. You got to be patient a little bit sometimes. We talked about tendencies. When you're watching film, you got to know when this center gets the rock underneath the rim, does he like to go up on the first one? Does he like to pump once, twice? Where does he like to go? Those are the type of tendencies that can help you on the defensive side.
And if you know anything about builds, you guys should look at the standing dunk from these builds right there, because even if your block's lit up and that standing dunk is above, he's going to be posterizing you. And now we haven't seen anyone with badge. Actually, we do see a first badge here from Miguel Carlo. We got deep bomber. So this man's going to be looking to shoot. He's going to increase, but a great defense from France. Again, 55 seconds left in the third. Going up, down 8% contest, but then draining it right there, making it 50-38.
They're coming out here, outscoring the Philippines. The French are 20-13. This is exactly what you want to do and have a little bit of a comeback effort. They did a great job getting the steal. Now, here's the thing. He had deep bomber, so everyone thought he was going to shoot it. They thought he was going to shoot it, try to pass it, got it stolen. Can they go ahead and step up here for the second time straight? Back and forth they go, looking for a shot, got the open one, nothing there. Rebound secured by the French. Do they have a three in them? They got the two, they make it happen. Just like that, Vince, it's a 10-point ball game.
What did I say? There's either the commentator's curse or the announcer's atonement. And I said if they can make it a 10-point game by the third, they got a chance. And now they're dancing, and let's see you prance. As you see, Clue going on the left side. Let's see if Love got anybody love for his team. Ways to score, and now we have another badge right there. Deep bomber. You're going to see a lot more shots from France.
And that's going to do it for the end of the third quarter. The Philippines up by 11 by the score of 53-42. The Philippines are going to have the rock to start things out here in the fourth. A cut from the left side, now from the right. Nothing. In there, shot, that one's contested, misses, rebound secured by the Philippines on the offensive side, slowing things down. 7 seconds to work with. You gotta box out, better than that, you gotta get the steal. The French, they have the ball stolen away, tipped again, they go ahead and take a turnover. The French take advantage of it.
Miguel Carlo finding a little bit of space, one-on-one, okay, two-on-one, a nice little double team, but watch these fouls. Now, you be careful when it comes to NBA 2K. When you're going under 2 minutes, no matter how fouls you get one free foul, and the second foul, you're automatically going to the line. So you got to be really, really, really stingy about touching other people on the other side. But here's the J-Mac, short corner, unable to knock it down. rolling around 53-42. Let's see, Xerox almost missed that, but a little bit of late. I think he should have waited for that play.
See, earlier, before that possession, the last possession that you had on the Philippines was a premeditated pass where you're like, hey, I'm going to run, I'm going to have this cut, I'm going to pass it out to you. Oh, a little spinner Rooney knocks down the shot from the elbow. Lead extended to 13.
I got to give it up. We had a great ref named Karen talking about them spin moves when it comes to Kuzman and also Irving. And a lot of these builds have that spin move in which you get a little bit of separation and you're going to score that. So as soon as you spin move, he's going to go into the shot or he's going to try to do a dot. So a lot of squads are going to be studying that. But again, a lot of these builds have that ability and have been scoring at will. Xerox trying to find a little bit that jump pass to X-Mamba out right to the right side. Destiny's trying to fulfill it but unable to get it. Great offensive board from France and now it's a foul. Now we're going to stop. 3:27 left in the fourth.
Inbound play coming over here from France. Gets it over to Zinks. Zinks from the right side goes all the way down to the top of the key. Xerox down low in the paint. Mamba. Oh, he tried to get an outlet pass for the three, but it's taken away. Clue with it now. Goes ahead and gets a foul. You can hear the trash talking amping up just a little bit after every possession, especially on the defensive side of things, as Don Preach gets over Miguel Carlo. Top of the key, spins it around to the right side. Can't get it to go. Rebound secured, though. Another offense. Offensive board from the Philippines. Miguel Carlo down low, Clue with an easy slam.
As you see, right place and right time. If you saw the position of Don Preach, he was getting boxed out great by X-Mamba, but even in the game, pushes out and able to get that offensive board, and that's how the Filipinos were able to capitalize on that. But great defense again. Clue got all the clues. He's solving the problem, beating that passing lane. Miguel Carlo, little crossover, trying to get an ankle, but again, great defense from France, and now the cookies are taken. Swipers all swiping.
One, but three free throws coming up.
We already have 1 and 4 and 1 when it comes to starting this game today, and I'm telling you, they're still rocking out. All right, excellent timing on these free throws. 44-57 now. It's still a game, all right? They're still underneath 20 points, okay? Slowly but surely, you got to get it to 10 with 2 minutes left. Now, I talked about this. When you got underneath 2 minutes, you got to be careful of them fouls. You get one free one, and the next one's going to go to the line unless they're in the bonus already. This next one, the Filipinos will be going to the line, so they got to be wary.
You've got No Brain Salazar in the chat saying Xerox 1v5, talking about how he needs a little bit of help from his teammates coming up from the left side. Down low to Down Preach. Takes the shot, goes ahead and knocks down the tough midi.
I see you going on the left side, okay, 59-45. And thank you guys so much for joining us here on Twitch when it comes to eFIBA_official. Again, we got 122. I appreciate that. And I don't think we even got front page. So thank you so much for the support, y'all.
It's always great to see them play. The Philippines are the ones who need to take advantage of the clock. Nice little cut and a beautiful play. Gets the lead right back down to 11. 1:06 left in the fourth.
As you see, 61-50. Again, Filipinos are in the bonus to see if France can capitalize on something. A couple of threes can keep it in this game. And as I just said, Don Preach, no need to rush. The time is your friend. No fouling, too. Okay, and you still got that shot clock. 9 seconds left. It's about, let's say, a 3-possession game. So it's still really, really manageable for France. If they hit 3 threes, they're still in it. J-Mac jumping up wide open a little bit early on that timing. Cross court, Zinks, you got to score to step back all the way, dropping it down, making it 53-61.
Great decision there. You had a split second, a step back to make sure he was beyond the arc to take that shot. Knocks it down, cuts down the lead to 8. 30 seconds left. 7 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Don Preach, nothing crazy to do here. Just go ahead and milk the clock as much as possible. Miguel Carlo, will I have this dance with you? Knocks down the 3. Statement of a game.
His is going to be a Carlo. Great play, making it 64-53, and now the Philippines have so much momentum. It's safe to say they're about to win this game.
We got some folks asking in the chat, is it a best of 2? Is it a best of 1? It is going to be round robin. Therefore, it is just a best of 1. They're going to go ahead and play this one. Oh, and he misses that one. And you are going to get more matchups for each of these teams. 64-53. The Philippines here in Qatar take game 1.
I see there's people in the chat. Filipinos in the house. I know it's early morning here in Qatar. We have a huge population in Qatar when it comes to the Filipino squad. There's about 250 million of them here in this beautiful country. The support is going to be rising the more they're playing.
And you can see the excitement of saying, I got you, you got me, and they got the dub. They secured it. Listen, I don't care if it's kickball, esports, basketball. You know the passion that each of these teammates show up with when you're representing your nation, when you're representing your country. 1-0 for the Philippines. The French started off a little bit slow in the first half, but they got things together in the second.
Let me get Gigi's in the chat, but also be wary of that French team because France, it's deadly when they have their back against the wall. You gotta be crazy because they're like the Jin Cherokee. We talk about Breaker the Beast. He was a huge anime fan like me. When you got all that chakra, you got all that anger built up, you start going wild, and then you become a berserker, and they can rampage.
It was simply just the French not making their open shots, whether that's just getting used to the timing, the latency, whatever the case may be. If they figured that out, this is a much, much closer ball game. Dare I even say maybe it's France that goes ahead and comes out on top, but that doesn't matter. The hypotheticals are out the door. The Philippines, again, secure game number 1 here in Qatar. 64-53, 1-0 for the team in blue.
Don Preach looking good right there, looking all confident. The big fella showed out. Amazing, amazing talent when it comes to 2 things. 1, offensive boards. He was eating all of them up. He was starving. And also scoring when he was supposed to with that standing dunk. Unable to get it out and pump faking, then taking his time and then ripping down that rim.
And of course, the defensive side of things, the offensive rebounds was huge for them as well. That was a second chance opportunity that helped them out. Gets them to the free throw line sometimes in some errant situations. A lot of set plays that come into play as well. But again, a lot of folks saying, hey, the French got to play collectively as a team. We'll see if they are able to put it together for game number 2.
All right. I know you want to show the referees. We got some amazing referees here. We got Kieran, also Utah. The referees are right there. We can't put the camera. If there's a Roman camera, put it on that good-looking man setting up. Another great-looking man right there. They're just rocking out. Look, you got people in the chat saying, hey, they got refs out here, and we know it's official for eFIBA Season 4. So I'm going to give it a love to this entire team.
You're saying you don't have the buttons to press to show them on camera? They didn't give you that power?
I don't have that power. Okay, I don't have that. That'll be too much power for one man to have. And you got power too, okay? But you were talking about this before, about the French team able to come together, but the Filipinos able to really just put this package and able to show their talent on this. It's fantastic. But now we're going to be throwing it to my man Omar because we got an interview with the winning squad.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with you now here on the stage. What a game, what an atmosphere, what energy from Team Philippines securing the first win of the eFIBA World Finals here in Qatar. And now I have Miguel Carlo. Miguel, you have a big community of Filipinos here in Qatar. They've been watching you from the live stream, and some of them have been watching you here in Mall of Qatar after securing a win against France. Tell us more about that.
First, I just want to say thank you to all the Filipino fans who's watching, supporting, and thank you to all of the people here. A first win to start the tournament feels great. We're setting the tone. We're here. We're going for the championship. We're locked in.
Big words coming up now, ladies and gents, after the first win for Philippines against France. But what do you think about the next game? Are you going to be keeping that same momentum, or is it going to be a harder time?
What you can expect from us from each games, we're going to keep getting stronger and stronger. So next is Algeria. We're coming for you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Team Philippines and Miguel Carlo. Congratulations on that win. Ladies and gents, Qatar will be hosting the World Cup for the basketball next year in 2027. Don't forget to witness one of the biggest sporting events here in the region, especially in Qatar.